All right, let's watch this for a second. We'll get back.
Hit movie Sound of Freedom. This has been going on for the past few days, raising many questions about why she has been targeted in such a way. To make it worse, her silence about it is not helping at all, which makes people even more suspicious of her. On August 1st, 2023, Elijah Schaffer, a
Hi, you guys. So I am back with another Temu haul. I hate cutting onions. It always makes me cry. So this makes it so much.
My bad.
media personality and former host on The Blaze, posted video footage on Twitter showing the comments sent to Ellen's recent post. In the video, you can hear Ellen DeGeneres talking about her love for fruit in a TikTok video. And as usual, she does this in her signature comedic style. However, the video then shows the comments section, with many people telling her to watch Sound of Freedom. Are you going to see the movie Sound of Freedom? Sound of Freedom! I enjoy the Sound of Freedom. Do you like the movie Sound of Freedom? These are just some of the comments on this video. Sound of Freedom's title, to some even asking her whether she enjoyed the movie. And given that she has not said anything about it, her fans are becoming even more suspicious. Or yet, might she be part of the Hollywood elite, the group trying so hard to prevent the movie from being viewed by people? For those unfamiliar with this word, QAnon is a conspiracy theory group with all sorts of conspiracies. One such conspiracy they had was that the former president, Donald Trump, would work to bring down a secret group of high-profile satanic child abusers as president. They also asserted that Trump would then order the arrest of said abusers, followed by their execution. However, both Caviezel, who is best known for playing Jesus in Mel Gibson's 2004 movie The Passion of the Christ, and Ballard have denied any accusation that Sound of Freedom is trying to appeal to QAnon supporters. Now, people on social media have linked DeGeneres to the movie by swamping her most recent posts with mentions of Sound of Freedom. And from Schaffer's video on Twitter, it is quite evident that people are not pleased with DeGeneres not watching or talking about the movie. Schaffer wrote, "Everyone is tagging Sound of Freedom in Ellen DeGeneres posts now. DeGeneres has become such a target in this matter." Well, according to a YouTube video shared by the channel Did You Catch This, it seems there is more to the story than people know. In this video, there are claims that several people have subscribed to the conspiracy theory that DeGeneres is somehow linked to the late Dean. Not only that, but it goes even deeper to involve Epstein's private Caribbean island, Little St. James. There were also claims that conspiracy theorists believe that DeGeneres got the inspiration for the design of her set from her now canceled chat show on Epstein's island. They might just be going too far with this, but then again, they might be right.
You might be wondering what is going.
Yeah, wondering what's going on, right? So, anyways, it seems like the Sound of Freedom has become a bandwagon. As a victim of it, all the stuff that's been going on back in the 90s. For 30 years, I've been telling people who to look at, who to go to, who to talk to. Nobody listened. Nobody listened because obviously here we are 30 some years later and it's still going on with people just going to watch a movie. So the question is, if she watched it, good for her, but why don't she just reviewed the movie and say it was powerful, moving, very sad, etc.? What is the issue of telling people how you feel if you watch Top Gun, Shawshank, Green Mile, etc.? All right. So this is what does it matter if she reviews it or not? What level of credibility is she going to give to that movie? I mean, what does it matter if she watches it or not? Here's the deal. Here's really what's going on. Is she a part of it? Yes, she is, dude. Because if you pay attention, all the people that are on your TV are put on your TV to distract you, to deceive you, to bamboozle you, to make you more gullible than what you are. Now, I'm not hating on people, but people really need to wake up. This stuff has been going on for decades. You think Donald Trump is going to become president and expose some satanic cult of sex traffickers when it's his own best friend doing it? Come on. Donald Trump has been to Pedophile Island more times than what he ever cares to admit. He was best friends with the dude that owned pedophile sex trafficking island. So don't tell me Donald Trump is going to come in and be the savior of all. He didn't do nothing the first 4 years he was here other than bamboozle America. I mean, I could go through it, but if you're a Trump supporter, you'll never believe it. Here's the deal with the Sound of Freedom, man. With everything that's going on, I about guarantee you there's not one person that ever went to see Sound of Freedom that ever got up out of their chair and said, I'm going to go make a difference in this world. I am going to be that difference maker. I about guarantee you not one person who watched that movie said that. Because you got people out here for decades that have been told who these child traffickers, sex traffickers are, who these child kidnappers are. And people don't care because it didn't happen to them. It doesn't happen to their kids. They don't care. They don't care. They have way too much stuff going on in their life to care about another person. And really, this is all they're doing. They're using the Sound of Freedom as a cancel button. Oh, if you didn't watch Sound of Freedom, you're canceled. If you're not going to talk about Sound of Freedom, you're canceled. If you're not going to comply with our whims and wishes, you're canceled. Welcome to America. It's like a whole bunch of inbred people just started running the show. And they don't know what they're doing. It's like, oh, finally we have a voice. And none of them know how to talk. This is really what I get out of it. My wife, when she first told me that Sound of Freedom was coming out, she said, are you going to watch it? I said, no, I lived through it. Why do I need to watch it? Why do I need to go watch a movie that I lived through? Not that exact movie. I didn't live through that exact situation, but I lived through a situation similar to that. I lived through it. Why do I need to go watch it? So my wife asked if I would get offended if she were to go watch it. No, why would I get offended? How could I get offended? She hasn't watched it because we've been paying attention to all the reviews. And it's basically everything that we already know. My wife is former federal agent. She's a former federal agent, worked for the United States government. There's stuff that she knows that you guys have no clue about. The people that are put into place for a reason. The people that are on your TV are put there for a reason. And it's kind of funny how you have some of these people, like Tucker Carlson, who lied his ass off nonstop on Fox News, Fox Entertainment, okay? If you look up Fox, it says Fox Entertainment. And then under Fox Entertainment, they have a news program that really isn't news. And then if you look at the message that was put out there with all of these news channels telling you the same exact thing on how it's very detrimental to freedom and democracy, how everything is just being repetitive and it's all propaganda. And then they show all of the TV shows, all of the news channels saying the exact same thing, talking about it's such a bad thing that other news channels are doing this. We're not doing this, but it's such a bad thing that other news channels are doing it, and we're the most honest. And then they show all of the news channels saying the exact same thing. It's propaganda. All of this is propaganda. Let's distract you by giving away stuff and make you focus on my show for, what, an hour, 2 hours every single day? Therefore, you're not with Christ. Watch Oprah. She's going to give stuff away too. If you watch those sitcoms or whatever they're called, if you watch them long enough and for day after day after day after day, and you get all these clues, you can call in and win something. It's a distraction away from Christ. You're living of the world. That's exactly what the boob tube, the idiot box is for, is to distract you from Christ. And it's filled with nothing but lies. I haven't had TV in over 20 years, and I still know what's going on every single day. Because I challenge myself to know what's going on every day. I don't need a bunch of idiots on TV telling me about it, lying to me about it, regurgitating the propaganda. Oh no, Russia's mad, Russia's mad, NATO's mad, oh no, Russia's mad, oh no, Ukraine is mad, oh no, here comes China. What's America gonna do? Just make some more idle threats. Oh no, Russia's mad again. Dude, it's the same thing over and over and over. It's all propaganda. And all these people are concerned about is her opinion on a movie. That's it. They want to cancel Ellen DeGenerate, not because she's a homosexual and goes against Christ and lives in sin. No, it ain't because of that. It ain't because she could possibly be in with all of this stuff. It ain't because of that. It's because she did not review a freaking movie. She won't tell us her thoughts. We need to cancel her. Let's get Trump back into office, the guy that went to Pedophile Island for 20 years. He'll save us all. It's all propaganda. It's all put in front of you guys to make you hate. If they can make you hate Ellen DeGeneres, they win. Because an ounce of hate, a mustard seed of hate in your soul, gets you condemned to the lake. They know what the final outcome is. Everybody else is guessing. It's kind of funny that all these satanic people, they do go by the Bible. You guys know that, right? The Bible is truth. And it tells us what's to come. And their master, Satan, knows what is to come. And Father tells us what they're all going to do. And yet when you're stuck of the world, when you're living of the world, you just can't seem to figure out their next move. It's unreal. This is all on here. This is propaganda. This video is propaganda. I'm not hating on this dude. Homage Blog TV. Homage Blog TV. I hope that's how you say it. I'm not hating on this dude. This is more propaganda. For real. It's more propaganda. It's like, why doesn't she say something? Why doesn't she come out and talk about it? Why doesn't she take a stand against it or for it or do something? Why? Who cares? Why are we so concerned about Ellen DeGeneres and not concerned about protecting the kids? Imagine if these people put all of this effort and this time into protecting a child or freeing an innocent man or woman. What if they put their time to something productive? Nah, they're just on a bandwagon for a free ride, trying to cancel as many people as they can out of hate. It's out of hate. So everybody that's trying to cancel Ellen DeGeneres is doing it out of spite, out of hate, out of pure evil. And they're trying to get you guys to follow along. I don't know, man. Some people got to sit back and assess the situation. Take themselves outside the box and take a look in. What is the situation really like? Over here in America, man, they're killing themselves. Mystery Babylon is killing themselves, man. They had a war on drugs in the 90s. Today, they are your drug dealers. It's kind of funny how they had a war on drugs for decades just to become the drug dealers. You can't say they're not, because they are. And here's what I say that takes it one step further. Since the federal government has outlawed marijuana and the states have legalized marijuana, there are no more laws. Because once the states and the federal government contradict themselves, they are no more. They're de facto, dude. They're defunct. They're debunked. They're defective. They contradict themselves. They're making crimes legal. You can't do that, dude. Laws are no more in effect, man. But you see what they're doing to them. They're making new ones up. I thought it was government of the people, for the people, by the people. Nope, it's now government over the people. This is how bad America has just sat back and just let everything happen. This is how bad it's gotten. And they're calling for Donald Trump as their savior. Yeah. Elect a pedophile president who said that he was going to imprison Hillary Clinton, and then gave her a standing ovation at his inaugural luncheon. And if you don't believe me, the video is out there. Go look at Donald Trump's inaugural luncheon. That's it. Donald Trump's inaugural luncheon. Go watch the videos for yourself. Go watch Donald Trump tell America, tell the world that the Clintons are close personal friends. They freaking bamboozled America. And America still has yet to catch on. That's how gullible they are. Donald Trump admitted that Hillary Clinton is his best friend. And in 2016, you had your choice between Donald pedophile Trump and Hillary Benghazi Clinton. Literally, they gave you the pick of the lesser of two evils, but gave it to you to decide which one was the lesser of two evils, a pedophile or a murderer. And then they selected Donald Trump. The elections don't even count. If you guys knew the American government, you'd know that the elections don't even count. You know that they are already pre-selected. They already know who the next president is. They already know. They already know. He's been picked for a long time. Heck, Barack Obama was picked 27 years before he became president. He was picked. And they even came out on national TV and told everybody when he was 19 years old. America needs to do some research, because I put all this information out there in 2018. And I showed the video of when Barack Obama was 19 years old and he was walking down the sidewalk with then CIA Director George H.W. Bush, Sr. And the announcer said, said, folks, you're looking at two future presidents of these United States of America. George W. Bush and Barack Obama became future presidents. How did that dude know? Now, I'm sure everybody's going to ask me for a link. Hey, put a link to that video. Hey, what's a link for that? Do some research. It's out there. You need to research, man. Because with people just telling you stuff, you don't really retain it to memory. You don't really believe it. So once you do the research and you find all this stuff out on your own, then you get to do more research and you're going to really believe what you're actually looking at. You're going to be able to decipher things for yourself. You're going to be able to come to an educated decision that you are going to be able to stand behind, because it's an educated decision. So that's why I say people need to research themselves and need to educate themselves. Because I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff in any one of my videos. How much of it are you going to retain just by listening to it? Exactly. So here it is. Sound of Freedom is being used as a bandwagon, and it pisses me off because these low-life scrubs never lived through it. I did, and so did these other people. And all they're going to do is use it as a cancel button. They're low-life scrubs, man. They are the scum of the earth. They're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to go out there and help these kids. They're not going to go out there and fight for people's freedoms. No, they ain't going to do none of that. They're just going to get pissed off because Ellen DeGeneres did not review the movie, or she refuses to talk about it. So now they want to cancel her. What a bunch of idiots. What a bunch of TikTokers. That's about the lowest you can get in life, a TikToker. Trust me, I got stories about TikTokers that goes all the way back to when TikTok first came out. It's a deplorable site, made by the Chinese, just for Americans. It's deplorable, and the gullible Americans fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Just like this, Sound of Freedom. Americans fell for it. It's another bandwagon cancellation button. That's it. The people that are bitching about Ellen DeGeneres not going to see the movie, that's all they ever did was go see the movie, and that's all they'll ever do. Oh, I saw that movie. Oh, it was so touching. Well, what'd you do about it? Did you go out and help any kids? Did you go out and help anything? What did you do? Well, I gave money so that the producer could get paid. Mel Gibson is broke. He needs money. Pathetic, man. That's really what it comes down to. Well, I gave my $10 for the movie ticket. I contributed. It's contributed. I contributed. Now, if you guys don't know what that comes from, there was a video out there. Dude's like, I contributed. I gave my $10 to the movie. I contributed. Wow. And that's really what it is, man. I mean, to me, it's like, was it even worth it bringing that movie out? Was it even worth it? Did the main point of the movie get out there? And as far as I can tell, no. The real message of that movie was overlooked. And it's now become a cancellation button. It's pathetic. Unreal. People got to live through that stuff just for it to become a cancellation button. By the people who don't even have a life. The irony. Peace and love.